Kamen Rider Geats, Episode 5. Now then, it's time for today's highlight. The episode starts with a recap of last week's episode narrated by Sakurai until he gets interrupted by his sister. She can clearly tell that he's hiding something from her and she's trying to understand what it is. So she asks him if he failed another interview. He tells her he did. We see Azuma talking to one of his co-workers that tells him that it won't hurt him to dream about something, and he tells him that he always wanted to build a big landmark in his hometown. After Azuma jokes about him being afraid of heights, his friend tells him that he would get over it and that would be his ideal world. But suddenly, his friend disappears. Azuma, confused by the entire situation, skips a lunch with his other co-workers. Ace is now a part of a show that films his house renovation, and actually, funnily enough, the company that they hired to do that job is the same company that Azuma works for. Ace and Azuma have a brief argument with poking fun at Azuma being a bull, but they both get called out to the Temple of Desire. We see a top hat wearing Yamato coming in and splitting up couples. It's round 3 of the Desire Grand Prix, and this game is going to be a game of pair. Their mission is to target a trump card to defeat the Yamato, but this time they're going to work as a tag team. The two top riders on the leaderboards come in to select their partners by drawing cards. Ace gets paired with Nago and Azuma gets paired with Sakurai. For Mary, a Desire Grand Prix staff would be his partner, and that is Kamen Rider Pumpkin Jack. Right now we don't know who it is. Not only he already comes in transformed, but also he's a mute. So in my head canon, he is Johnny from accounting. He doesn't talk because he's shy. He just doesn't know Japanese. The pair with the least amount of points get eliminated from the game. The team gets sent to the areas where they get mystery crates. Nago opens up and she gets the new claw buckle, alongside Mary getting the bolt chain buckle, and he gives his shield buckle to Pumpkin Jack, while Sakurai gets boost again. This guy is literally, his RNG is so damn good, is unbelievable. They see the group of Yamato and the team starts fighting them. And finally, Azuma understands how to use a magnum. He finally understands that a magnum shoots and he doesn't swing it around like it's a sword. After every time they think they defeated the Yamato, they just get up and run away. In the break room, we see that no one got any points. Sakurai sits down and asks Azuma why does he use the magnum buckle incorrectly. He tells him that he prefers close quarter combat. So Sakurai stupidly comes over Ace and Nago, and he tells Ace that he wants to exchange Azuma's magnum buckle to Ace's zombie buckle. Nago believes that's going to give them an unfair advantage, but Ace explained to her that each and every ID core has a buckle that suits it, like Magnum suits well with Ace, while Zombie suits well with Bofa. So Nago tells Sakurai if he would give them both of the Magnum buckle and the Boost buckle, they exchange to him with the Zombie buckle. So he gives them both, like a fucking idiot. Sakurai gives Azuma the Zombie buckle, but Azuma is very much not into working with him. He takes the buckle, he mopes, and he leaves the room. In the hallway, Azuma flashbacks to his friend that he used to talk to dying in his arms because he was also competing in the Desire Grand Prix. He sees two riders walking away and laughing, and Geats. We discover that in the break room there is a training center that somehow can make virtual Yamatos. We discover it with Ace and Nago training for the next wave. The second wave starts. Mary and Pumpkin Jack and Bofa and Tycoon still don't understand that the only way to beat the Yamato is to work as a team. But Geats and Nago do get it, and right now they are the only team that earned any points. They all return to the break room, and Girori tells everyone there are still more Yamato on the loose, but right now they don't know where they're going to appear. He tells them to stay in this facility. Mary believes that he's unlucky because of his partner, so Girori proposed to him something that's called the special ticket. He can buy it with the desire money that he earns by playing the game, and with it he can re-roll the lottery and change teammate. On a rooftop we see Azuma finding the virtual Yamato until Ace shows up to talk to him, but Ace doesn't care about having a partner because he believes that all the riders are his enemy. After Ace asks him, Azuma tells him that what he wrote on the desire card was to crush people like him. 1000% he didn't write it. It's kind of counterintuitive to tell you that because it makes all the sense in the world that he didn't write it. Probably he used some other type of wording for it. He leaves the rooftop and he and Mary meet up in the hallway. He tells them that both of their partners are incompetent, so he tells them that it would be beneficial for both of them to switch partners and pair up together. And on that note, this is how the episode ends. This was an incredibly interesting episode. Focusing on Azuma was the right decision. We are slowly start to understand his hatred not only towards Ace, but also towards other riders. Kind of interesting that his friend was a part of the Desire Grand Prix, and from what Azuma was wearing, he wasn't in. So if you take it into context, Geats or Ace was in a lot more games than Azuma. So how many games Ace won? Because it clearly looks like a Desire God mode because the riders can interact with other humans in their fight. So that's kind of interesting. Pumpkin Jack, what's the deal with him? Like, is he an actual staff? Is he actually Johnny from accountings? And they just, come here. Now you are part of the game too. That's very interesting. Now kind of the idea that, let's say, next episode this small little game ends. So in episode 7 we have like 4 riders, and slowly we're just going to get to the Desire God mode. Who they're going to eliminate really, because they haven't fleshed out Mary, and it seems like, okay, we are building up Mary towards something. They're not going to, let's say, get rid of Tycoon because they're very much focusing the entire show very much on him. Geats is the titled character, and now it's kind of a problem because he and Nago are together, so they can't get rid of her. So what's the deal? What's going to happen in the end, at least next episode, if they're going to finish the pairing game in episode 6? So yeah, this is kind of interesting. We are very much quickly removing riders, so that means we're going to see more than one reset. I thought we're going to see at least 2, but it shows that we're going to get at least 3 if, let's say, in episode 10 we get our first reset. If not episode 10, probably 12 or 13, because I don't really count episode 1 as really episode 1 because it feels like an episode 0. It doesn't feel like a conclusive episode 1. Maybe we're going to get another reset around maybe the 30s or at least late 20s, and then closer to the 40s, closer to the end of the season, revealing pretty much the final villain. That would be interesting. So yeah, tell me what you thought about this episode. Let's have a conversation. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.